Sanal Edamaruku es un escritor y periodista, pero por encima de todo un escéptico y un ateo. El fundador y presidente de la Asociación Racionalista India ha escrito más de 20 libros para combatir la superstición con la ciencia. Esta es la historia de cómo tuvo que dejar su país por decir su verdad.
India has a lot of holy men and charlatans. And at the same time, we have two different patterns of society coexisting in India. One is a progressive, modern-looking 21st century India, which produces software engineers and technology, and at one side. Other side, we have a medieval India, which is controlled by astrologers, holy men, charlatans, clergy, and all these kind of people. These two Indias are in a permanent conflict. But what the most important tool that we have in this struggle is the Indian Constitution that says that we are a secular country and give us freedom of speech. So I've been the last 30 years trying to explain all these paranormal phenomena, miracles, fighting against intolerance, bigotry, all this.
El tono crítico de Edamaruku ya le había valido roces con líderes religiosos. En 2010 desafió a un místico tántrico que decía poder matarlo con una mirada. El escéptico, no hay que decirlo, sobrevivió a la prueba. Pero en marzo de 2012, una visita a Mumbai lo puso en la mira de la Iglesia Católica.
A crucifix of Jesus started dripping water from the feet. The local church immediately announced that this is a miracle. And they started distributing the collector water from the feet, claiming that it could cure ailments. And televisions caught up the story. And on a window of the television, I tried to explain that such a thing would not happen because a statue would not release water unless there is a source for it. Very simple like that. But the church authorities insisted that I should come and study, but I accepted the invitation. I requested that I should be having an opportunity to study this thing. And I started studying and found that behind the statue, behind the crucifix, there was a wall which was completely wet. On a side, there was another wall which was completely wet, and I could not find any water source at the top. I went behind the church. There was a toilet which is quite dirty. It was meant for the workers, and it was dirty water leaking out from sides and all. But I found a pipe going on collecting the sewage water to be connected to the main sewage line outside. I followed it. It was coming through the wall, and just near the statue, it was going down. To my shock, it was really dirty, stinky water there. I could not stand because I had to immediately close my nose because it was probably dirty toilet water for at least 10 days. It was very clear for me that the water was coming from the capillary action, sucked up, and it was real dirty toilet water which was being distributed to the people.
Uno pensaría que la persona que evitó que cientos siguieran tomando agua inmunda recibiría alguna muestra de agradecimiento.
They should have been happy that it was explained because they have been actually distributing dirty water to the people, and a lot of people must have got diarrhea. So instead of being thankful to me, they simply tried to put me in prison. This is irresponsible at one side and also very, very intolerant.
En efecto, en virtud de una ley de 1860, Edamaruku fue acusado de blasfemia por atacar las creencias religiosas de otras personas. Eso en India puede conllevar una pena de hasta 3 años de cárcel. Cuando a la demanda se sumaron varias amenazas de muerte, el científico abandonó su país. Por eso esta entrevista la dio desde Finlandia.
When we send a satellite to the space, India has quite advanced in sending satellites to the space. But the Space Research Institute's chairman will make a replica of the satellite and go to a local temple and put it for prayer. Or the astrologers decide the time of the launching. Or one would go there and break a coconut to please the Ganesh elephant face god to, cover up the obstacles. This is an irony. This is something which is not understandable for a scientific-minded person in any situation. For example, when Satya Sai Baba, kind of a holy man, celebrates his birthday, where the President of India and Prime Minister of India are special guests there, a person like me who stands for scientific temper and reason could appear in another television channel and say that, look, this is irresponsible. The Prime Minister should not go there. He was a charlatan. That kind of free speech was guaranteed in India, and I was very proud about that thing. And I never thought that India would go to this kind of a level to suppress a person who stands for honesty, to educate people on the basis of scientific terms.
¿Esta demanda y esta ley significa que no podrás seguir desmantelando mitos en India?
No, and I will have to go to India, and that's my place. But the law which is misused now has to be changed, and we will be doing our best efforts for that thing. Church should understand the mindset of India, and they should withdraw this case, and they should, I mean, it's an opportunity for them to correct themselves. They should do it.
Para más información visite esta dirección. Yo soy Wilson Vega en Tiempo Real.